What we do here is go back, 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 back.
Hey guys,
Shoot the
welcome
shot.
to SCS Live Week 2.
coming
I'm
in.
so excited for what we have today. I'm Jonah, I'll be your host, and with me today we have Ian. What's up? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on Simple Church Students YouTube page. Yeah, if you haven't done that yet, find out, because we've been posting every single segment we have every single day this week, and it's been awesome.
Yeah, and last week we asked you guys to vote on the Instagram poll of which TV show friends were the best, and you guys exactly voted 50-50 for Dwight and Jim and Monica and Rachel.
So literally on the high school ministry, on our poll, we ended up with 53% choosing Monica and Rachel, and then 53% of middle schoolers chose Dwight and Jim. So split that down, we literally tied, and I have no idea how that's even possible. That's crazy.
Mind blowing.
Anyway, a big thing that's coming up the next month, it's 1 month away, is big stuff. If you've never come to camp with us, this is your year, especially if you're a middle schooler. July 16th to the 20th, you have to check it out. It is going to be so cool.
It's pretty awesome, and we have one quick video for you guys. Roll it.
Awesome, man. If you haven't been to Big Stuff, it is so crazy. You do not want to miss it, especially this year. Now that middle school camp has been canceled, you have a chance to get to Big Stuff camp, high school camp, before you're even in high school.
And trust me, it's really awesome. We had a blast last year, even though some of the water was closed down. This year is going to be super fun. We're finally back in it.
It's going to be so cool. So another thing we like to do every single week is to talk about just what's happening around us. And so this week we are having graduations almost every single night. I think Parkway's literally just happened now or like an hour ago. So that is insane. So our Parkway students are absolutely awesome. And we went to Haughton's yesterday, and I know Benton's tomorrow and Airline Saturday. So go ahead and reach out and celebrate some of our graduates. That is amazing that they just got to graduate in the craziest year ever.
Yeah, and speaking of graduates, Hannah, my older sister, who's behind the camera, you can't see her, she is graduating tomorrow, and it's going to be pretty crazy. Congrats, Hannah. And because of these graduations, we're moving nightlife back to Sunday. It's going to be from 8 to 9 at Andy's.
So if you're a graduate, actually, coming to Andy's from 8 to 9 on Sunday when there's no graduations, we'll actually get you a sundae or an ice cream cone on us. So just come, hang out. It's going to be chill, and leave whenever you want. It will be totally awesome. So next up also is our Volunteer of the Week. The Volunteer of the Week this week are the Simpkins. Ryan and Kara mean so much to our high school ministry. They are awesome. They lead a life group during the school year, and now they're actually at our watch party at Johnny's in Bossier every Sunday. So come on, celebrate them with us, and come to watch parties and actually see them in person.
Okay, so this is one of your favorite segments from last week. We changed it up a little bit. We have a new hype father, or should I say hype grandfather, Evan Semenko.
The old man himself.
Oh, what's lit, fam? I'm not going to do that anymore. That's right. So I am here, and we are excited because you were in the comments. You're letting us know you're here. Alex Blackburn typing a bunch of gibberish in there. Thanks, Alex, for filling up the comments there. Micah said, hey, where's some more people? Invite them, Micah. Tell your friends. Get some people to watch with you. Hang out in person or watch online. And if you will comment, you get entered to win. You can't do it 100 times, Alex, But when you type your name in there, let us know you're in the comments. We'll pick someone at random at the end of the show to win a content that's a mystery prize. Blake Lawson had a lot of fun picking these out. We found random things off the internet. And if you comment right now, let us know you're in the show, you will be entered to win, and we'll come back to me at the end of the show and announce who will get the prize. I think we have a picture from last week. There you go. Ryan Grace, one of our middle schoolers, got picked, and she won some kind of plant. I can't remember the name of the plant, but that was their thing. I don't know what it is. The hosts don't know what it is, so we'll reveal live on air what is going to be the prize tonight. So make sure you're in the comments. Sorry, Alex, I see you're on there. Micah being positive, cheering on Ryan Grace. That's good. So we want you to do that. Be a part of that. We also issued a challenge last week that we called Handouts for Homies. Handouts for Homies is a way to do good for your friends. If you felt distant from your friends, you want to go do something good for them, something to help them out. So we had a student, Julius, submit a video. Check this out.
Hey, yes, I'm Julius Moss. I'm going to be bringing my friend a Sonic drink today. My friend's Caleb House. I'm about to surprise him. Merry Christmas, Liz. I brought you a quick Sonic drink.
Oh, I think it did. Do you have one of the rundowns?
All right, so we are excited about that. Julius, thanks for doing good. I bet your friend was excited to get something there. And we want to do another Do Good challenge at the end of the show, so come back to find out what it is. But we want to remind you right now that June 21st is Father's Day. That's not this Sunday, but the next one. And as an actual dad, you better start planning something. You want to make sure you appreciate your dad. Let him know. Stepdad, grandfather, whoever that person is in your life. We're going to do really cool stuff at Simple Church. So if you have a dad, encourage them to sign up for Man Day at the Simple Church. They can get to do some free special stuff that nobody else gets to do, but they have to sign up now. Spots are limited. But we also want to know about your favorite dad. So our Instagram poll this week, we want to know who is the best fictional dad. We had a big debate in the office, and we narrowed down on these two options. Is it Marlin from Finding Nemo, or is it Mr. Incredible? So you have to go on there and vote. Let us know. Last week was a dead tie, so your vote could have made the difference. Make sure you go vote. Let us know this week who is that and who is going to be on there. Hey, Amy Lawson jumped on. That's Blake's mom. Amy, thanks for being here. We're glad you're here. So we are excited about all of that fun stuff, and I'm going to throw back to Jonah and Ian, but get in the comments so we can pick a winner at the end of the show. Take it back, guys.
Man, speaking of Blake, he actually brought an amazing message this week, and we are so excited for that. So for our next video, we have some amazing and absolutely insane interns. And so they decided to take to the streets and to ask some absolutely very important questions to our very own Arklatex people.
Yes.
Let's roll that clip.
What's up, guys? We're doing interns on the street. We're here at the boardwalk. We're going to be asking people some really funny questions, see if we can get some maybe uncomfortable answers from them. I'm doing with my other intern, Riley. So we'll go see what we can find out from some people. So these are the interns on the street. We've got a couple of people here. Y'all want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Holly.
I'm the kid.
All right. We're going to ask them a couple questions. So question number one, do you know where Mount Rushmore is located?
My best guess is Colorado.
Wyoming?
Isn't it South Dakota?
I think it's
I don't know where it is.
I'm pretty sure it's South Dakota, isn't it?
It is South Dakota. It's just like the randomest guess though. All right.
Okay, what's your cat's name? What's our cat's name?
We don't have
a cat.
No
Do you
animals?
have any pets? No.
Ah.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Okay, well, thank you guys.
So this is interns on the street. This is the second set of questions. So if y'all want to introduce yourself by name.
Colton, I'm Hannah.
All right. So the first question for y'all is, what is our state bird?
Oh, I live in Oklahoma.
Oh.
Take a wild guess of any bird.
Wait, what is Oklahoma state bird?
Hey, there you go. Wow.
That sounds awesome.
So any of y'all know our state bird?
Pigeon.
Stay near the water. It's the pelican is our state bird. So she will ask you your next question.
Who is the president of the United States?
Good.
You say it?
She said Donald Trump.
Donald
You got it?
Trump?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
All right, well, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Press. Thank you, guys. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Thank y'all.
All right, so this is interns on the street, part 3. You can introduce yourselves if you'd like. My name is Melvin.
My name Reno.
All right, so the first question we're gonna ask y'all some modern Gen Z slang. This is up-to-date slang for high schoolers nowadays. All right. So we got a question. What does it mean to comp something? To buy?
Yeah, I'm going back.
All right, that is. Comp means to take, buy, to get something for yourself. All right, she's gonna ask y'all the next question.
Yeah, what is the Sam?
So, how you doing?
I'm gonna go with him.
Well, it's official. He is the most up-to-date on Gen Z slang. You got both the questions right on both of them. So thank y'all for y'all's time. All right, this is a bonus clip for interns on the street. We found my personal friend Owen. We're gonna ask him some questions to see how he does. So Owen, can you tell us the state flower and the state bird?
Okay, state bird's a pelican.
Okay.
Okay. Flower. Flower.
Take a guess.
I don't even know any flowers.
A few moments later.
There's a rose.
Oh, it's not a rose, it's not a daisy.
You don't know any
Take a
flowers.
guess. Shoot a shot on anyone.
Can I get a hint?
Yeah, it starts with an M. There you go.
Magnolia.
There you
God,
go. There you go.
See, that's
Okay, hang on. I got a question for
Yeah.
you.
All right, her question now.
What are the 7 continents?
I got a picture.
He turns so fast.
There's a song that goes with it. That song recently.
isn't stupid. Antarctica.
That's one.
Yeah. Okay. North America.
Yeah.
That's one.
South America.
Yeah.
Europe.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
Shoot it. Try it.
No, because I'm gonna sound dumb.
Shoot it if you can.
Asia?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Shoot it. Anything. 2 right now.
I don't know.
2 random continents that you may think are continents.
Start with A.
Kangaroo.
Antarctica.
You just gave me the biggest hit ever, and you
I said
missed it.
kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
Think about kangaroo.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh
Down
my god!
under.
Oh my god! Australia.
There you go.
No
Okay,
more.
last
A.
one, last one, last one.
Another A?
Another A.
How many A's are there?
There's 4 now. There's 4.
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to think, does it start with A? I don't even know.
Is it up north?
There's a song written by
It's in
this.
the middle.
Oh.
It is a song. You will know the song. It's by Toto.
By Toto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To drive me away from you.
That song.
That song. What's the name of that song?
The rain's down in.
Finish the lyric if you can.
I don't know.
I bless the rains down and.
I don't know because.
It's gotta be.
Ah.
Ah! Ah!
I bless the rains down in.
Africa!
There you go. Yeah.
That is all for interns in the streets. We will see y'all next time.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Are you recording that?
I'm now recording.
Oh crap.
Shush.
Shush!
Hannah.
He just bird poop.
Man, when I first saw that video, I just couldn't stop laughing. That was awesome.
It was super fun to film. As you may have heard, my little weird laugh behind the camera talking about kangaroos, but we had a blast doing it. And now we're gonna throw it back to old Evan Semenko,
Old
the
grandpa.
hype grandpa.
To announce some good news here in our Simple Church student ministry family. Some of our leaders, longtime students, Juan Ares Mendez and Alyssa Cornell, got engaged. Let's give them a round of applause. That's exciting. That's right. They proposed on a trip out there in California, I believe, and we are so excited for them. Can't wait, guys. I'm just saying, if y'all need some groomsmen, bridesmaids, ministers, we've got everybody covered here. We're looking forward to it. So we're excited for you guys. We are pumped about that wedding. We're also excited about this because we need you students to do something for us that you're going to enjoy, that we're going to enjoy, that the internet's going to enjoy. We want you to prank your dads this week. It's Father's Day. You're supposed to like it and appreciate them, make them feel loved, but that doesn't happen until June 21st. So before next Thursday, we want you to go on and video your dad and prank them with the water bottle prank. Our very own Zach Newman did this to his dad, and I believe we have a video. Check it out.
This is the one man I gotta impress. I'm gonna get this approval. Dad never gave me approval. I'm getting this approval.
I want to know, but I want to know how to do the card trick too, though. Like the chair.
Let the man do the trick.
So Dad, Water bottle under the penny. Or penny under the water bottle.
There's a penny underneath the water bottle.
Penny under the water bottle.
Okay.
Do you see the penny?
I don't.
You gotta come look at the penny, man.
Show me it in there. Still don't see the penny.
You gotta look in the bottle. Penny under the water bottle, right? Very bottom of it.
Sure.
I'm so sorry.
Great. My favorite part of that is Zach said that his dad locked him out of the house for a while after that. Zach was on the run. I actually don't know if Zach's been home or not, so we might have to check on Zach and find him a place to stay. But we want you to do that to your dad. You can go on TikTok. You can look it up. Please, we want to see it. Send us a video. Tag us. DM us on Instagram. A video of you doing that to your dad this week. And we hope to share it next week on the air. It'd be a lot of fun. Back to Jonah and Ian over there.
Dads were harmed in the making of this film. I cannot say the same about students afterwards, though. But anyway, our next video that we want to talk about is we've done it kind of like 2 weeks in a row now, where we just get some students, get some of you guys, and just ask you guys about some cool stuff. And so this week
on Chat Room, we're going to be talking about your relationship with God, or the student's relationship with God, and being distant from Him and getting back together with Him. So,
awesome.
There it is.
Roll clip.
Okay, take your time, girlfriend. Okay, wait, ask the question. Hey, I'm Riley. I'm your middle school intern, and I'm here with my very good friend, Allie. And now is our very first ever chat room. So we're going to talk about how coronavirus has affected some of our students' relationship with God.
I feel like coronavirus has made a big impact on my relationship with God in a positive way, allowing me to do more quiet times and devotional and just getting closer with Him.
I can relate to that. What is the time that you felt distant from God?
So back in the beginning of 7th grade, I fell into this really deep state of depression, and I always felt alone and just hated who I was, and I started to fall into the wrong things, not what God wanted me to do.
So what do you think? So what was a time that you felt near to God?
So going into camp last year, Camp Generate, we were going through some personal family issues, and I talked to the leaders there and Evan, and just the sermons during the camp led me to go home reassured, and I felt super close to him, and that there was everything was going to be okay.
Yeah, Evan's great. So what do you do? Are there any things that you can do to draw yourself back?
Lots of prayer, just talking to Him when you feel like you need it the most, even if it's the little things, or just listening to worship songs or doing daily devotionals.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for being open.
Good evening. I am Zachary Newman, joined by the lovely Landon Birch. We're going to ask him some questions. So, question 1, Landon. How has your relationship with God been during coronavirus?
During coronavirus, my relationship with God has actually been pretty good. Before the whole virus started, I was getting so caught up in school and everything, just being busy all the time, that I just kind of put God to the side and was oh, you're a second important thing right now instead of just staying number one. So this coronavirus time has just given me the time to just dig in His Word and just grow my relationship with Him more and more.
Nice. Second question is, what is a time when you felt near or far from God during all this?
I'd say during all this, I really haven't felt far from God, but I have felt far from God this past year. It was kind of like a roller coaster year, so whenever I was down, it would just feel dang, I don't know what to do to get back into the Word and my relationship with God. I just felt too far away, but yeah, it's probably the time just earlier this year.
All right. And what do you do to get close to God again when you do lose that relationship?
I think whenever I just lose that relationship, I just need to remember that, hey, I'm not going to be perfect, and I don't need to put those standards on myself because I'll never fulfill them. So just knowing that I can always go back to God, and He's always there waiting for me with open arms, that just helps me, just give me a little push to go back to Him.
Well, thanks, Landon, for joining us and answering some questions.
Anytime.
Back to you, Jonah.
Man, it is so awesome just to hear from you guys and to hear about y'all's relationship with God. That is awesome. So we've been in a series right now called Distant because we have just come out of time of isolation, being separated from our friends. And today we're going to talk about God, right, Ian?
Yeah, Blake's going to be preaching about feeling distant from God during these crazy times, and I think he did a really great job, and I think you guys like it too, so
let's see what he has.
What's up, SES? Thank you guys for watching, and even though you can't come to us just yet, we are still going to come to you. This is our second week coming to you live from the Convention Center. My name is Blake, and I'm going to be bringing you your message today. And yeah, we're going to talk about depression. Woo! We're in our message series right now called Distant. And last week, Jonah brought the word about being distant from friends. And this week, I'm going to be talking about being distant from God. This message series is really all about how during hard circumstances or weird circumstances, our relationship with the people closest to us can change. And I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news recently, but circumstances are a little hard right now. I don't think it's any secret. Earth's been going pretty hard. Things have gotten so bad that people are literally leaving the Earth and flying to space. I'm not making it up. Look it up. I mean, I was thinking about it in the car right here, and honestly, it feels like 2020 has been a game show, and every month it's just like, what awful thing is going to happen? Like, okay, spin the wheel, and the koalas are on fire. Sweet. Okay, let's see what happens next week. But I mean, do y'all even remember, like, Australia was on fire, like, most of it, not just, like, a little part. It was, like, what's on fire? All of Australia. And then there was a whole World War III happening. That was, you guys probably forgot about that, right? Murder hornets, I thought that was going to be such, like, a bigger deal than it was. I was kind of stoked, not going to lie. But, no, you don't remember any of that because this is 2020, and we ain't got time to remember stuff. We got stuff going on. If I think about one meme that just brings this whole year together so far, it would be the "This is fine" meme, because honestly, I feel like this is our life right now. Things are just going crazy, and we are just kind of in it. We're like, well, what can we do? And quarantine's been weird for all of us. And I don't know if you think it's any different because I'm up here and you're watching, but I have no idea what is going on. I mean, we couldn't turn to anyone to ask what to do because literally this has never happened before. I mean, we all had to figure out what this virus means, what quarantine means for us. And I remember I just moved here 10 months ago. This is the first time I've been out of the house. And man, did I pick a weird year to take a gap year. I mean, we had all this stuff planned. It's like, we're going to travel these places and like meet all these people and bring the word. And then next thing I know, I'm stuck in my grandma's house for 3 months and I'm like watching Family Feud every day. And I love Family Feud, but there's only so much of Steve Harvey I can take at one time. I mean, I take that back. Cut that out. No, don't cut it out. It's real. But hard as it is for someone who loves people as much as I do, I mean, it took some work, but I did the heroic thing. I did what you're probably thinking. I bit the bullet, and I did it. I was the hero. I locked myself in my room, and I played a freaking ton of video games. I know. You guys don't gotta thank me. It's just one of the little things I do as a hero. And I'm telling you, man, I smacked some nerds in my blanket hoodie, dude. It was madness. Look, that is me for like 3 months. And it was a lot of fun. I mean, I really like video games. I don't really get to play them a lot because I'm working normally, but I got to like play with my buddies in Hawaii. It was a lot of fun. And the U.S. government basically mandated, they're like, okay, this is what you got to do. If you want to be a hero, you got to sit on your couch and you got to play a ton of Modern Warfare, like train for 2021. Yeah, I don't know. But it was like a government mandated excuse to lock myself in my room, eat an unholy amount of snacks, completely let myself go and just do that thing I do, baby. And then a week passed. And then 2 weeks passed. And by the third week, the initial charm of quarantine was starting to wear off. I didn't feel the same. Something had definitely changed, and I really couldn't put my finger on what it was. I honestly just thought I was sick. I didn't know if I was getting some weird, like, maybe I got the coronavirus. I don't know what's going on. I was doing the same thing I'd been doing, but somewhere along the lines, I had just lost all joy in it. Like, my sleeping pattern was completely upside down. I was staying up so late that sometimes I heard my grandma getting up to start her day. Like, I'd be up at 7 in the morning, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, what is happening right now? And I would be so embarrassed because, like, I'd hear her, like, making coffee and doing morning stuff, and I'd be in there, like, killing Germans or whatever. And I was hungry, but I didn't want to eat. I missed people, but I didn't want to talk to anybody. I missed my friends, but I couldn't go outside. And I really thought I was sick, but I didn't even know till later I lost my joy. And I just remember my mom called me somewhere around a month into quarantine, and she just told me that I didn't sound like myself. She said that there was no interaction, there was no joy, there was no passion in anything that I was saying. I just kind of was. I was just kind of floating. And she said, man, I think you're going through a little bit of depression. And I was like, pooh, what? I mean, I've been in that place before, but I don't even like using that word because I feel like there are so many more people in the world that are going through so much more than I am that I almost don't deserve the right to call it my own. And I feel like I never even considered that that's what I was going through because it didn't even fit who I am. I feel like when my mom told me what I was going through, it gave me new eyes to see it for what it was. I mean, you can't treat depression like it's just sadness. You have to treat it for what it actually is. So I went to the Bible, and it's like, who's a good parallel for what I'm going through right now? And honestly, I found someone that I've never in my life associated with depression, ever. And that is King David, ruler of Jerusalem, slayer of friggin' giants, the warrior king, the man after God's own heart. He went through exactly what I'm going through, or what I was going through, and what probably a lot of you are going through. And if you don't believe me, just listen to this. This is Psalm 69, 1-3. Save me, O God, for the waters have come up to my neck. I sink in the miry depths where there is no foothold. I've come into the deep waters, the floods engulf me. I'm worn out calling for help. My throat is parched. My eyes fail, looking for my God. Doesn't that just make you feel warm inside? That is just about the most bummer thing I've ever read in my life. And I don't know how many of y'all have read Psalms, but pretty much all it is just David. It's like an emotional dump for all of David's life, from when he was a kid all the way up when he was the ruler of pretty much the known world. And I also don't know how much you know about David, but homeboy had some hills and valleys like nobody's business. And in this particular psalm, he's talking about how he is literally crying out to God till he physically can't anymore. He's physically exhausted himself from crying out to God, and he's getting nothing back. And I think that it's just, that's hard to read, man. And I was just thinking, man, I know that David never left God, and I know that God certainly never left David, but he still struggled. And I went to in Psalm 23, also David, he said, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. And I think that, man, that's tough because he knew God was with him, but knowing God is with you and being able to feel him are two very different things. And fortunately, David knew what he was doing and he knew what to do. And I feel like without the knowledge that David knew that God was with him, it would be so much easier to give up. And that's the trap that so many people fall into. But fortunately, David knew what he was doing, and he had the example to set for us that he knew what to do in a time like struggle like this. He looked for help, and even though he didn't hear an answer, he continued to cry out for God. He placed his trust in the Creator that made him, in the Father that loved him, and the Shepherd that has always been with him and guided him. And man, if you are ever going through something like that, do not be embarrassed to call it what it is, because otherwise you won't be able to deal with it the way it's supposed to be dealt with. And I promise you, if you are going through something like this, I know a lot of you probably are, you are not the first person that has felt far away from God. In times like these, it feels almost impossible to make it by yourself. And I feel like we need each other more than ever to hear us, to feel what we're going through, and to be there to support us. And I was literally thinking about this on the car ride over here, but somebody told me a long time ago that the way you think is determined by the 5 people you most hang out with and the media that you consume. And man, right now, it is so scary because we can't see the people that mean the most to us right now. We are stuck at home. The media is helping not at all. They're saying that the world is basically just crumbling around us. And man, if that is all that you are consuming, then that will take you down, straight up. It took me down. It took David down in his time. And I promise you that if you are not careful, it can do the same. But you can get out of that season. You can avoid all of that. Same as I did, same as David did. The way you do it has never changed. First, I promise you that letting people know what you're going through is key. If you are ever having trouble, let the people around you know. When I started talking to my life group, we just started recently going back to band storage and restaurants and hanging out and being able to reconnect. But I started talking to them. I started talking to my parents, my mentors, all the people that feed into my life and feed in good input and help filter out all the bad, that is everything. And journaling, oh my gosh, I know, look, Evan will tell you, he's back there right now, and I'm sure he is about to attest to this. I am one of the worst readers in the world. And oh my gosh, it is like pulling teeth, dude. I'm so bad at reading. I enjoy it, but I'm so bad at it. And I feel like once you start journaling and once you start reading, there is no better way to filter out all of the bad stuff that's been going on, all the just trash you're consuming. I feel like there's no better way to... You need to be honest with God. You need to write exactly what you're saying. David was always honest. Sometimes like, whoa, bro, what you talking about? But I promise that if you get that out of your system, then it'll feel so fresh. And I feel like if you just surround yourself with uplifting messages, it'll bring the fogginess out and you will feel so much closer to God. I honestly feel closer than I felt in a really long time. And look, feeling like you're far away from God isn't a problem that's unique to you, me, or David. It happens to everybody. It can happen to anyone. And fixing it is really as simple as looking the problem right in the face, no matter how big it is, and telling it that your God is bigger. And I really just want to close by reading this verse, Psalm 23 in its entirety, which was also written by David, and maybe it'll give you the same hope that it gave me. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies, and you anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord. Let's pray. Father God, we come before you just as we are. We don't hide anything from you because you know us to the very bottom of our soul. And we just ask that if there's anybody listening or anybody watching that is going through a tough time right now, that you just filter all of that mess out of their life. And I pray that we take this opportunity, though it seems like a hard time that we're going through, that we use it to bring us even closer to you, closer than we've ever been before. And I just thank you for everything that you've done so far. Thank you that you've given us this amazing opportunity to reach out to people and to involve people back in the church. And please just keep blessing us the way you have been. We love you. We praise you. And then we pray. Amen. Peace.
Man, Blake did an awesome job with that. I just really enjoyed just talking about, especially the point where he talks about just not going through anything alone. So if you are going through anything, guys, you literally can talk to any one of us, especially staff members and parents and your friends. Just don't go through it alone. That is such a good takeaway.
Yeah, and Blake did such a great job this week. I love you, homie. You behind the camera. I love you, homie. Yeah, Blake did a great job. Thank you, Blake. And now, back to the hype grandfather.
That's right. Thank you, Ian. Blake did do a great job. Proud of him. And I know Amy's watching and enjoyed that message, Blake. Your mom proud of you. I know I'm not Blake, but we're glad we got you some airtime there, Blake, this week. So we have picked a winner. But first, before we do that, we want to give you our Do Good challenge this week. We're calling it Do Good for Dads. So, yes, we want you to prank your dads. Do that early in the week, and then later do something nice for them. Or if you're too scared to prank your dad because they might kill you, or you just want to be nice to your dad, find a way to do something for your dad. Maybe it's a stepdad. Maybe it's a grandfather that's a father figure in your life. Whoever that person is, we want you to do something good for them this week. And tag us. Let us know. Share the good news. Help us to see something you went above and beyond to do for your dad. Nora, I hope you're watching. Go ahead and step it up. That's right. Father's Day's coming. So we also have our winner, though. This is a super weird thing that they found on the internet. And our winner is Mr. Alex Blackburn. Alex is a super fan. Alex, I think, is really going to enjoy this. Blake found this creepy-looking bank that's kind of fleshy on the skin. And what it does is it eats the coins and starts chewing. I don't know if you can see that. You can hear it. So, Riley, you take this over there to them. That is your content this week. You're going to win. I'm going to let Jonah and Ian check it out. Thank you, Riley. So, Alex, That'll get delivered to you sometime this week. Get excited, buddy. Start finding coins in your house to feed this little guy because he's hungry and will haunt you in your dreams forever. So that is our content winner this week. Riley's dropping that over there. Jonah and Ian, y'all get that a spin. Stick your finger in there. Hope it doesn't bite you. And thanks for watching this week, guys. All of the segments from tonight are going to go on our YouTube channel right after the show at a little bit about 8:45. You can go and see the contents, the little individual clips, the interns on the street. Share it, tag your friends, like and subscribe. Thanks for being here tonight and watching with us. Back to Jonah and Ian.
So this is literally our first time seeing this, and congratulations, Alex. You definitely got something that is one of the most cool and interesting things I have ever seen. This will go straight on your
I'm
desk
happy
or whatever.
I know you, Alex, so I can go to your house and feed this little baby thing coins.
This is
'Cause
awesome.
It's weird, dude.
So that is absolutely awesome. So again, guys, that is just thanks for coming. We are so glad you joined us for week 2 of SCS Live. Man, we appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. We love you, and
peace.